Take a deep breath. Let's get down to business. I'll be finding out who is the target audience for my media product. This will depend on the genre, the violence that it contains, the storyline, the ethnicity, although my thriller won't be specified for any particular ethnicity, the class, again, not for any particular class, and it will also depend on where the audience lives, but it will be mainly for a UK based audience as it's only a small scale production. Let's start with genre. Thriller films can be 12, 15 or 18 rated film by the BBFC. My thriller will be a 15. It would also depend on my storyline, as in my thriller it is a hostage situation and the main protagonist is a female, so this will affect who will want to watch that film. Some people may like the fact that there is a female protagonist, others may not. Who is my audience will also depend on the violence that it contains. There are signs from my thriller opening that there will be torture and blood throughout the film. People differ in the way they react to violence. Some enjoy violence and find this an entertaining aspect of watching the film and they really enjoy it. Others don't like violence and they would not be interested in watching a film which is too gory. Considering this, who will be the audience for my media product? But if you look at my product's genre, storyline, violence, the ethnicity is for, the class, where the audience lives, I would say my audience is from a 15, a 16 or 15 or a 16 to around about 30, 35. Someone who is young but also really mature. Now the chase begins to find who is the target audience for my media product. Join me in my quest.
Join me in my quest to find who is our target audience for our thriller.
Let's go.
In our quest to find who is our target audience. Question number one. Question number one. What is your favorite thriller film?
My favorite thriller is Law Abiding Citizen.
My favorite thriller film is probably, that's difficult, probably The Others.
My favorite thriller film would be Taken 2.
I don't have a favourite thriller film, but one that I watched recently that I really enjoyed was A Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, and that was really interesting, and I thought that it really got the audience engaged, and it was quite thrilling, which is what obviously you want from a thriller, because it had quite an interesting and quite complex storyline that you had to sort of try and follow.
I think my favourite thriller film would be Batman.
Oh, Batman. I love Batman.
I think I would find out. Why Batman?
Yeah, why Batman?
I don't know, Batman is just a real classic thriller from start to finish. The action is always like, amazing.
It's action, yeah. Brilliant. I understand. I totally agree with you, bro. So it's an amazing film.
Yeah, it is.
So, alright, so yeah, that's like an action thriller, yeah? Why did I film?
Great. Storylines, man.
Yes. Why is that your favorite film?
Because of the suspense it has in it and the build up. It's really good.
What do you, yeah, what's your favorite scene in that?
When he cuts the person in pieces.
Okay, so you like violence?
I liked the scene where actually you found out that they were the ones that were dead, because all the way through you're thinking someone's in their house and it's not actually scary. There's no one there that's going to harm them, and then you realise actually they're the ones intruding in their area. It's quite interesting.
The scene that I enjoy most is like all the fighting scenes because I just like fighting. Yeah, I like action and kind of I like seeing people get hurt.
So you like more violence and you like blood and stuff?
Yeah, alright.
Okay, so...
And I also like that scene when he used the map to find out where his daughter is. I thought it was quite clever, quite creative. Yeah.
My favourite scene is when they start to work out what actually happened and what went wrong between with the protagonist and the person that they're trying to find, and it's sort of about putting all the clues together and putting the mystery together.
So the fact that the thriller is quite violent or it's quite a lot of like gory in it, are you okay watching something like that?
I don't have a problem with watching gore and violence and lots of blood, etc. But I don't necessarily think that a thriller film needs lots of gore to be a good thriller film, and actually can be done through just having really quite intense scenes. Obviously you expect to have some sort of physical fight scenes, but I like them to be really fast paced and not drag on for ages.
I think my favourite scene is probably in the last Batman when Batman returns. I said James, so yeah.
The Dark Knight Rises, yeah?
Yeah, Dark Knight Rises. It's when they're on like this bridge part,
okay.
kind of like a bridge thing, and Batman and the other guy, I don't know what his name is, and they're like, they're just doing their little battle scene. I think it's quite important, like in a thriller, to like have a battle scene, just like keep the audience entertained, really.
Okay.
I don't like a thriller should always like have to contain, blood and like gory stuff,
okay.
That keep their audience, feeling the movie. But Batman is always an amazing thriller movie.
Basically, if I tell you what our thriller is about, thriller is about a man. He's tied to a chair. Yeah, he's been held hostage by some woman. Yeah? She's the villain of this piece. Yeah, she's got him trapped. He can't move. He's trapped in that room, and he has to find a way out. Yeah. Would you watch this film?
Yes, I would. It's really intriguing to watch and really exciting. The way you're saying it to me and flattening it out, it's really good. I'll watch it.
Okay, so this has got violence in it and everything. So how old are you, so?
I'm 16 years old.
You're 16 years old, yeah? 16 years old. Number one, 16 years old. Yeah? We got one man, 16 years old. We're making an opening on thriller, yeah? And basically it's about this person who's tied to a chair, yeah? And this woman's got him held hostage there, and basically he has to find a way out of the room, yeah? And that's the way it starts. He's tied to a chair, he has to find his way out. It's like, would you watch that film if it was, do you think that's the type of film you would watch? Alright, thank you.
Alright. Cool, man. Cool.
You saw that man there, you saw him, he would watch our film. And he's 16 as well. 16, 2 16s, baby.
He's 16? I thought he's 17.
Oh, he's 17, 16 and 17 then.
Or 18, one of those.
He's 18 or 17. We got him.
Cool.
Like a type of film that you would watch, or...
Yeah, as long as it wasn't gory.
Okay.
I always think thrillers shouldn't be gory.
Okay, right.
They should just kind of play with your mind.
Okay, right.
Kind of like Paranormal Activity stuff. Yeah, but don't like it.
Would you do that like a film that you enjoy watching?
Yeah, I would, because normally the typical stereotype of males being more predominant than women. It would be quite interesting to see women in control for once.
Alright, thanks.
So, yeah.
Thank you. That like the film you watch where the female is like the
Protagonist. Yeah, I mean, the girl with the dragon tattoo has a female protagonist as well as the male protagonist, and she is a very dominant and very strong character, and she's very intriguing, and she's someone that you want to try and get to know, but she's also very, very mysterious and very closed off at the beginning. And I think that women do have that air of mystery about them, and it depends on if you've cast the right person in that role. So the person that they had cast in this role was very alternative and not a stereotypical female that you might think of. So she did engage me as a protagonist in that film. So I think that would be something I would be interested in.
But like, so basically, our thriller opening, it indicates that there is going to be violence here in that, and like, it basically gives you the idea that that torture's been going on in that film as well. Would you be okay with watching something like that? Would it be maybe a bit disturbing or for you, or would you be okay with that?
Like that your idea is actually really good, as it challenges the idea of man being more, powerful, being a stereotypical man that's showing his authority over women. But in your case, it's challenging the idea that as a woman, it's showing more. The woman is shown as like being more as a powerful,
Yeah. So in our film, the female is the main, she's the dominant character. She is
basically. You don't really see that much in any movie really. So I think that's good as it's challenging the idea.
Because what we try to do, we try to put power into the female hands.
Yeah.
We try to say, this is the female, this is her hand, she's got the power. And normally the male character, is always given that power, and the female is basically the victim. But we went against that. So would you find that interesting to watch?
Yeah, definitely. Like if it's going against it, challenging that idea, I think people would want to see, and obviously definitely gender-wise, girls, I think they'll want to see that. Normally you see the man has more power, but if in that case, in your case, that the girl has more authority over the man, I definitely feel like the girls will want to see that more.
Okay, thank you, sir.
It's good.
Okay, so you just watched our opening of Thriller. So, what did you think of it? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did enjoy it actually.
Why?
My favorite parts were you didn't show the face of the female protagonist, which I thought was really good. Because first of all, you used the female protagonist instead of using a male protagonist, which you subverted the stereotype straight away. And then the second part was him tied to a chair. Now, I even noticed that the chair didn't have no bottom either, so it could symbolize some kind of torture in the movies. He must be there for a while because he looked all dirty and all beaten up and stuff, so it was effective.
Yeah, I think it was very good the way he used all of these sound effects and stuff. I think it was well made.
Did you pick up any conventions that you would see in a typical Thriller?
The dark room when the lady walks in, I think that was typical of a movie Thriller. And how you never see the lady's face in there. I think that was very typical as well film.
Yeah, I did. So your music as well. Your music went well with your piece. Yes, there are some hip hop style beats, but I think it did go really well with your actual opening because first of all you had the heels sound of the heels. So you had your diegetic sound, your non-diegetic sound, which was the music. You shut off the actual song, actual beat, and you had just another beat playing when she was walking, right? When she was walking. So I thought that was very effective as well, because then it builds that tension just in the beginning of the thing, so it engages the audience straight away. And your storyline, you told a storyline, a separate storyline in the opening, and didn't give too much out. So you told the storyline of a guy being tied up and this lady obviously wanting something from him, or obviously having him tied up.
Okay, alright. Do you think the soundtrack that we used was quite good for this type of film that we went with the storyline?
Yeah, like I said, that it went well with the actual video, with the actual opening, because it was all synced together. So like you had your normal music playing, you had your tunes and you had your chimes and all that. Then you cut them off and just had the beat playing when she was walking in, and I thought that was really effective because you build tension. And then afterwards you had it coming up back up again, and you had him falling and the chair sounds. All of it was good.
I think the sound in that was very effective, and it was very typical of a story film. The only negative about that was how it stopped and there was just normal sound effects. I think to make that improve that, you could have just lowered the volume for the sound and still had the sound effects in the film.
Would you go to watch a film like this in a cinema?
Yeah, I definitely would.
Okay. Would you watch it in the cinema?
Yeah, I would, probably once or twice.
Alright, thanks man. The fact that we used a female as the protagonist, would you still want to go and watch that film?
I'd say that's something very different to normal thriller films, and I think it's very effective the way you've done that. And yeah, if that happened, I'd still definitely go watch it.
Okay.
I've seen many films in the past where the type of situation where the victim finds himself in is predictable and you just can guess what's going to happen next. But for our audience and the product which we have produced, I don't think it will be the same case. I myself have seen many similar films and so think to myself, I know what's going to happen next. But our opening, I think, is unpredictable for the following reasons. You would not expect that protagonist to ever be a female. The pipes in there are used effectively to build tension along with the music. We attracted our audience using many different techniques, such as not revealing the protagonist's identity throughout the opening. We tried to keep the action continuous in line with the soundtrack. We wanted to build up the audience anticipation in the film and make them react in a way which will urge them to keep watching on. If you look at the reaction of the audience, using a female protagonist in another way in which we intend to grasp the audience's attention is something more unique and different we have chosen to do. There's a sense of unpredictability when you at the end see a female walking in the dark room. You could argue that such hostage situation films are very common, where we see the victim or victims in a vulnerable position and the hostage taker who is a dominant character, who's in control of the situation. But the difference with our thriller is that person who has that power is a female.
He's gonna be taken.
And we have seen films where
people are gonna come for you too.
I've seen many films where the directors have done very well to portray the male, powerful, dominant figure as that hostage in that hostage situation where they are in control. Things like this. But this is a film obviously a little bit different in character. The main character is a male, and this is the type of emotion we want to create for that female and give her that power that has been given to this man in his film, which is obviously Samuel L. Jackson in The Negotiator. It's unbelievable. This is one of the best scenes in that film.
No, it's Farley.
Look, Farley, I told you I don't want to talk to anyone but Chris Sabian.
Yeah, he's on his way. Okay, he's gonna be here real soon. We just need a little bit more time. Okay?
But you don't have more time, Farley.
Danny, please tell me what are you doing here? Okay, this is like pretty serious.
You're goddamn right. This is serious. So why don't you take me seriously?
Well, we are. We just I just want to talk to you. Okay.
Wait. You think you can talk me down, Farley?
Look, I need to tell me what you want. All right.
Okay, Farley. You want a shot? I'll give you a shot. Yeah, we got some time before Sabian gets here. Oh, what do I want? Let's see. How about, can I see a priest?
No, you can't see a priest.
That's good, Farley. That's good. You shouldn't let me see a priest, because a priest is associated with death, and you don't want me thinking about death in my state, now do you?
No.
But you told me no, Farley. You can't say no. Never use no in a hostage situation.
Danny, would you relax a little bit?
I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed. But let me give you some advice. Never say no to a hostage taker. It's in the manual. Now, are you going to tell me no again?
No, I'm not.
No, wrong answer. Eliminate no from the vocabulary, Farley. Never use no, don't, won't, or can't. All right? It eliminates options. The only option that leaves is to shoot someone. Understand?
Yes.
Yes, good. See, yes is good. If you say no again, I'll kill somebody, all right? Now, let's practice. Can I see a priest?
Let's not. You know what? Can we just, like, talk about this?
You wanted to talk? We are talking. Now, can I see a priest?
I'll see what I can do.
That's good, Farley. Now you're learning. Now, I'd like a submachine gun so I can blow everyone away.
I'll look into that.
Good. You're doing good, Farley. You ever cheat on your wife, Farley?
No.
Watch yourself. I'll kill someone. You ever cheat on your wife? Answer.
I'll see what I can do. I'd have to think about that. I'll look into that.
You ever, dress up like a schoolgirl and get your ass spanked, Farley?
Danny, look. Okay, all I want to do is just talk to you.
I am talking. Now, did you or did you not ever dress up like a schoolgirl and get your ass spanked?
I have to look into that, Danny.
Oh, Jesus, Farley, you know, nothing against you dressing up like a little girl, but I didn't know that about you, Farley.
Danny, you know, this is really, really unproductive.
Unproductive? You're right. It is. So, tell me a joke, Farley. You know any jokes?
No.
No! You just cost someone their life, Farley. Game over!
Shot fired. Shot fired.
Shot fired. Can anyone see?